Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Looking at this Homelite pressure washer powered by Honda GCV 160. So I was out front working, a lady stopped and said, I got a pressure washer in the garage, don't use it anymore. I asked her where she lives. She said in the neighborhood. I don't have a way to transport it. So I followed to her house. It was in the garage with a sheet over it. I asked her what she wanted for it. She said 150. I says, well, I buy stuff non-running, fix them up and sell them. I wouldn't be interested at 150. So we settled on 70. She wasn't very happy. I asked her when it was used last, and she said not that long ago. So I think she may have been fibbing to make the sale. But we're going to find out if she was truthful or not. Tank is bone dry. So I kind of put this in the back of my CRV. I had to take the handle down to stuff it in. As you see, it's a 2700 PSI, 2.3 gallon. And I think we're missing the soap nozzle, the white one. It's not on the tip here. So I used compressed air, stuck the tip in there, and then held the trigger, blasted any crap out of this. Let's check the oil. I've got fresh gas nearby. So I told her if I paid 70, I'd go through it and list it for 150 to double my money. Nice lady, but normally I don't pay full retail for something like this. Okay. Just putting the dipstick on the crankcase without screwing it down. That's how you check oil, and we're in the safe zone. So what year are they calling this here? Meets California emissions for 2013. Displacement 161. So Homelite's got their own date on it. 12/19 of 13 here. So very end of December of 2013. Homelite, Anderson, South Carolina, assembled in USA with USA and foreign components. So I forgot who it was recently said that they test these without the wand and hose on. So I'm going to try that. I think it's a great idea. That way I'm not fiddling trying to pull cord, hold the trigger handle open. I'll be able to tell right away if it builds up pressure, it's going to blast out of the pump here. So we're going to do it that way from now on. Thanks for the tip. So let's just look at the filter. How used is it? Okay, not bad, but there's some cockroach turds and tracks there. Fuel shut off is on the open position, so maybe somebody ran it dry and left the fuel shut off on. We're going to find out here in a minute if they got all the gas out of the bowl. Tank's bone dry, like I said. We're going to put a little in here and clean this thing up if it needs to be cleaned up. Worst case scenario, pump's fried, then I'll really be sad. best case scenario as it starts, I'll be less sad if it's a carb clean that I can handle. I'm not going to mess with pump issues. Although I did look up recently on Temu, they had a pump for a machine I was working on. What was I working on? I got it nearby. I don't know if I did a video on it. No, I didn't. A Kohler 173cc machine. The pump was frozen up. Husky brand with the Kohler 173 pump. Rock solid. The gasket broke or something. All the oil came out of the pump and froze it up. I didn't pay much for that one. So let me turn on the city water. Switch this thing to the on position, choke it, and go. Kind of watch where I'm pointing the discharge here so I don't blast anything. Okay, I'm gonna get set up here. Switch to on, full choke. Okay, choke lever is kind of stiff, but we got it to choke itself. Fuel is on. I'm gonna turn the water on. City water's blasted out. Probably missing a washer there on the intake. Let's go. Ho, ho, ho. Mm-mm. Oh, okay. I see what we're doing here. We're dripping gas. That gas is just coming out of the bowl, so we got a stuck float. Let me turn the fuel shut off to off and get a wrench or something and tap the bowl. While I'm at it, I'm going to grab a 10 millimeter socket in case we have to drop the bowl and see if it's rusty, contaminated, yada, yada, yada. Okay, I got a couple of things to work with. Okay. I hope you guys are having a good day. Kind of relaxing day today. I had Jennifer's machine ready to go. She came and gave me 60 for the carb clean. Then another guy came out and bought one of my blowers for 85. I'm down to 2. But I bought like 10 recently of a different color. I think I got yellow ones, still the same China knockoffs. Well, let's try dropping the bowl. I can't get anything under to catch the gas. Let's just drop the bowl and look at that. Manually move the float up and down. Okay, I'm gonna show you. got some sediment in there. See that? Did the bowl drop down? The float, yeah, it looks like the float dropped. What I'll do is, yeah, it's sediment. It's coming off with my thumb. So we'll clean that up. What I'm going to do is turn the fuel selector to on and just move the float up and down. See if it's free and clear. There may be some crud on the float needle. Okay, turn it on. It's dribbling down. Lift up on the float. It stopped. Down, it's dripping. Up, it stopped. So turn the fuel selector here to off. We'll just clean up the bowl. Maybe it'll start. Jet could be plugged. So I don't think she used this recently. I think that was a story about morning glories. She was trying to get me to take it, passing it off as a running machine. I didn't really want to beat her up price-wise. I guess I could have, but I wasn't for sure. I gave her the benefit of the doubt that it worked recently. Oh well, I'll still come out ahead. You guys get a Homelite Honda powered video. I double my money. So I just kind of wire brushed this thing. It wasn't coming off with a paper towel. I think it's going to work out. Rusty nut. Give that a swipe or two. You don't want rusty nuts. Okay, get down here. Hopefully it's just as easy as a bowl drop. Fuel selector 2 on. Choke is still in the start position, which is closed. Switch is on. Are we dripping gas? We are not. I don't think I dripped out the whole tank. No, we still got enough down there to start, like 1/8 of a tank full of highly flammable liquid. Let me turn on the city water again. Try this fiasco one more time. Still on the choke. Okay, turn off the city water. What I'm going to do is put the hose on and wand and then try it. Maybe it'll idle correctly. So we did get it to start. Let's keep plowing ahead. I got to put a tip in the wand. Okay, we had some corrosion here. The O-ring is still there, but they let water sit. I'm going to brush this off. It came out kind of stiff when I pulled the hose out at her location to load it. Just so it goes in a little easy, get rid of some of that surface rust. Kind of chewed up a little bit of the metal there with the rust. Okay, that went in a lot easier than it came out. That rust was binding. Let me tighten this coupling down. What do we want to use for a tip? How about the, oh, so somebody's put a different color tip here. It's not showing a yellow on the chart. Blue is soap. I'll try yellow. So I'm gonna get a wire. There's some rust in the hole there. I'm gonna just poke this thing. Maybe I can use a wire from this brush. Yeah, it's blocked. I'm blowing on it and it kind of rusted up the hole. Let me get a stiffer wire. Fun and exciting on live television. Okay, that worked. I poked it through. It had some gooberization. Whoops. Dropping it on the ground helped shake it free. Okay, so we're ready to go here. Let me put the cleaned out tip. You can see through it now, like a brown cow. Oh, and you don't get chocolate milk from brown cows. I saw that recently. There's a percentage of the population that think brown cows produce chocolate milk. That's, in fact, untrue. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do it to it, through it. Okay, I'm pulling the trigger. We do have water action. Let me start this thing on position. We'll leave it on choke and we've got the fuel on. I'm going to take it off a choke. No, it was on off choke. I'm going to put it on choke. I had it backwards. not idling up. I put the choke off and it killed it. And we're pouring out gas again. Let me put this thing to off on the fuel. So the carb's got to be gone through. Something in there is getting in the bowl and sticking that float needle. Try it again. Tap it a little more. No. So this is going to need to be gone through. Pump's working. Started but didn't run very well. I got to go through the fuel system. So $70 and I got to do some maintenance on it. So I got hoodwinked on that one, but no big deal. We're going to make it happen. Hopefully I can get 140 to 150 for it. Double my money. Honey. So 2013 Homelite, 2700 PSI, 2.3 gallons a minute. Max temperature 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, that's all. That's all I got for you. You guys have a nice day today. I'm going to take the hose off, and both hoses actually, wheel this over to my table and get it up there. This GCV 160 Lima Alpha 0 is going on my table for a carb clean. Okay. As always, tip your waitress and wait staff. Adios, amigos. Do it. Do it now. Tip them.